Well, it's warm out today, but apparently we should expect a blizzard tomorrow or the day after. That'll be so much fun. Right, Tequila? There goes Tequila. So much fun. So, yeah, we're going to have some snow this weekend. So that'll be excellent. Right now, today, what am I doing today? I have to make some pretzels. I was going to do that the other day, but we ended up making bread. So I have to make some pretzels, and the other thing I'm going to do today is I have some cookies to make tonight. I actually have quite a bit that I'm working on. I'm looking for duck eggs because they dropped them in the strangest locations. So I'm just kind of, I found a couple that I think were kind of old. So I'm just going to swap hands here. But I found a couple that I think are kind of old, so I'm probably not going to hatch them. Hi, sweetie. Hi, big guy. And I am definitely walking around that muck. That muck is too muck. Excuse me. I'm going this way. I want to go this way. Somebody has to move. Shadowfax is behind me, being Shadowfax. I'm going this way. Hi, Arwen. I know. I don't want to walk in the muck either. That's why I'm walking this way. There's less muck this way. I'm doing what Shadowfax did yesterday instead of what I did. I don't want to muck through the muck. So I have to go through a little muck right here. But literally Shadowfax was much smarter than I was yesterday. Hi guys. Duck, 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 duck. Duck, duck, duck. Oh, I see a couple of eggs that I'm going to have to sweep out. I actually want a darker duck. Okay, so for some reason, we're doing duck eggs in the wall now. Duck eggs in the wall. Like, ducks are nonsense. I'm telling you, ducks are complete nonsense. Where's that feather? Ducks are nonsense. I'm not kidding. Ducks are absolutely bonkers, and there's no reason for ducks to be that bonkers except they're ducks. So what are you going to do? So there's a duck egg. None over there. I do have to get... There's a reason why there's a broom here. So I'm taking this egg out. Hi, Arwen. I want this duck egg. There we go. That duck egg is Dolly's, and whether or not we hatch it, I don't know. So, first of all, I don't need this. Why is that even there? That's a silky egg. And then over here, this is Dolly's egg. So it's important to remember Dolly's only half Cayuga. The other half is Calduck, which means her eggs are lighter in color anyway. And I don't know that I'm going to hatch them. Those ones I'm probably using just to eat, especially because I'm making cookies tonight. Hi, Tequila. I'm just looking out in this area. Thank you, Jabba. I'm just looking out in this area in case anyone's laid an egg out here. I don't see any. And then I'm walking back the way I came. We are walking around the muck. Thank you, Jabba. I didn't bring any snacks, baby. I don't have any snacks, guys. I don't have any snacks, but you're such a good horse. I love you. Yeah, let's hope that this dries up a little bit, huh? Let's hope. Because this is nonsense. That's why I'm glad we have this. It's like a path built out of manure over the winter that we can use to get in and out of the pen. Stay here. That we can use to get in and out of the pen. Because if we didn't have that to get in and out of the pen, it would actually suck in there. There would be no way to walk through without needing muck boots, and I'm wearing my Crocs. So, you know. What are you finding, Key? I think I found a stash of eggs. I think I found a stash, or at least one. I think I found a stash. Yeah. There's a duck egg. Duck egg. There's one. That's what I'm looking for. His places they've hidden duck eggs. So there's another duck egg for us. Let's go over here and check by the barrel. No, I don't see any. But yeah, Trunk is still around, yes. Somebody keeps asking. She's fine. Hi, DK. This is DK. Nope, none under there. I'm not looking in there because I can't. I'm not going that way. Tequila's there. So tequila is in heat, which I mentioned a couple of times. Vodka appears to have gotten her yesterday. So, are we going to have puppies this year? I don't know. I wouldn't be upset if we did, because she is a fantastic dog. I absolutely adore her, and Vodka is such a good boy. They are good at their job. So, I would not be upset. Come on, Tequila. I would not be upset if we ended up with some puppies and we could decide for how many we're going to keep, selling them, whatever. I don't know. Probably keeping them. I'm really bad at puppies. And when I say I'm really bad at puppies, I mean I'm really bad at rehoming the puppies. I really love to keep my own dog's lineage alive. So I'd be like, well, what if Vodka gets hit by a car tomorrow? I need his children. Vodka's not going to get hit by a car tomorrow, but you understand the thought there. Hey, some of this water receded. Yay. I'm just checking in here for a second. We are good? Okay. Yes, Tequila. Anyway, so she's out with me just because she's my girl. Yes. Are you my girl? This is my girl. My girl forever. Best dog ever. So, will we have puppies? I'd put it at a 60% chance, so maybe, maybe not. Right, baby? Come on, baby. Good girl. She's my baby. Anyway, we're going to go inside and start some dough so I can make some pretzels. Because, man, are we craving pretzels around here. Tequila's eating snow, so that's good. Blue is a disaster knocking things over. Oh, well. Got that going for us. Come on, Key. Let's go. You're going to stick with me because you're my girl. I'd rather she tangle with Vodka and not a coyote or a neighbor's dog. Because if we're going to have puppies, that's who we're having. Anyway, we're going to run inside and see how everyone is doing in there. And then we're going to start some pretzel dough. And at some point I'm going to make cookies. And I think there's a couple other things I had on my list that I wanted to do. I have to clean the kitchen first before I do anything else. So that's what I'm up to right now. We're going to go inside and get started on the rest of our day. I've got a pocket full of eggs. I'm going to have to start using my egg apron as more and more birds start laying as it gets warmer here. Anyway, back inside. Well, I'm working on shaping some pretzels. The dough, obviously, I've already made. Watching me make dough is kind of boring, especially because a lot of the time I end up throwing the dough in a bread maker to mix the dough, just because it's a convenient place for the dough to rise. I don't really like to bake in a bread maker outside of kind of testing a bread maker. So I'm going to make 9 pretzels. I'm going to make 3 salted, 3 cheese, and 3, what do you call it, cinnamon, because that'll be fun. I think that'll be fun. So basically I like to roll them out to, oh, I don't know, 18 to 20 inches is a good length. And then shaping a pretzel, you can do it however you like. You can drop it, cross it once, and go down, which is what I'm doing. Press, kind of pull, and pop it on your pan. Okay, you can also take your dough. Again, make it nice and big. Okay, kind of loop it and cross twice. You can go 1, 2. And then I like to put my fingers in here if I'm doing 2 and pull. So 1 twist, 2 twists, half a dozen twists. It doesn't really matter as long as you're happy with it. So then I like to pop them on the tray And I like to let them rise for, about 15 minutes. Then we're going to put them in some water to boil. And that water will have some baking soda in it. I'll link to me making pretzels if you want a more detailed instruction on how to make pretzels. Because this isn't really an instructional video. This is just me making pretzels. But they have to do a baking soda bath. You can also use sodium hydroxide, lye. But a lot of people don't cook with lye anymore. I'm out. I do sometimes cook with lye. It needs to be mixed in the appropriate ratio of lye to water. But pretzels do turn out really nice if you have them in lye. But a lot of people don't have lye. And it is not really worth it to go out and buy lye just to make your pretzels. Okay? I wouldn't. I simply would not do that. It's not really, to me, it's not worth the time. To some people it would be. To me, it's not really. But if you want to get into, like, I have it sometimes because I make soap. But what I don't do is go out and buy it if I don't have any, just to make pretzels. Because you can make a perfectly acceptable pretzel just using baking soda instead of lye in the water. And lye does have to be measured out specifically. So don't worry about not having lye. If you see a pretzel recipe that tells you to make your pretzels using lye, you can, quite frankly, skip the lye, use baking soda instead. You can't skip everything. You have to use something. Okay, you have to do something because you need that in order to give, you know, that pretzel-y taste, that kind of slightly bitter taste that pretzels have. Well, you need to have that. But you can get almost the same with baking soda. So if you don't have lye or you're uncomfortable with lye because it does have to be mixed in the appropriate ratio, then just use baking soda. I'm using baking soda today because ultimately the end result, most people aren't even going to notice. So I'm just going to finish rolling these guys and give them a quick boil, and then I'll show you how I top them before throwing them in the oven. Well, my pretzels are boiled. There's no sense in watching that, it's boring. But now I am just using a silky egg, and I'm just mashing it up so that it's nice and scrambled. And I'm just using that silky egg. I like the silky eggs because they are smaller for glazing. That's the oven preheating. These are going to go in the oven right after, but we are doing 3 kinds of pretzel today just because I can and I want to. And why not? So I'm glazing them in a little egg. All of them get glazed in a little egg. It will help the toppings adhere a little bit. Okay. There we go. Little bit of egg. And so the cinnamon ones, I'm not doing anything to them. Okay, the cinnamon ones, I'm not putting anything on at all because with the cinnamon ones, I want to put butter and cinnamon sugar on them after they come out of the oven. Okay, so we will brush them with butter and put cinnamon on them when they come out. But the other ones, we do want to add something. So first we are going to do, in the middle, we're going to do our salted. Okay. So I'm just using a decent amount of sea salt. On the middle row here, we love sea salt. And then down this one side, we're going to do some cheese. I'm just using a good quality marble cheese. Obviously, you can use any kind of cheese you like. Get that cheese on there. And a little sprinkle of oregano, because who doesn't love oregano? So I'm going to pop these in the oven, let them cook, and then once they're cooked, we'll come back and work on the cinnamon. Whoa, I almost fell in the muck. Pretzels are in the oven. This is so hard to walk on because it's actually really, really warm. It's quite warm here right now. And because it's so warm, It makes it really tough to walk on this. Doesn't it, Tequila? Tequila's over there doing nothing. So we are just trying to not slip. What I'm doing is looking for eggs, checking on everyone. I think Rowan fed his rabbits already, and Tristan already brought these guys water. They have plenty of food. I don't have to worry about that. And I'm looking to see if I spot random duck eggs. You never know. It would be nice if there were a couple more duck eggs, but everyone's been bringing in eggs all day, so I think we don't have any more duck eggs to get, to be honest. This is fun. Everyone who has a farm knows about the wonderful rivers of muck on the farm this time of year when it gets this warm. Hi, Shadowfax. I'm going the long way. I'm going the least mucky way. Tequila doesn't want to walk in muck. She's not a muck-loving dog. Some dogs love muck. Shadowfax is literally right here. Hi, bud. Hi, Arwen. He likes to walk right at my side here. I'm just looking to see if I see any duck eggs. Excuse me. Shadowfax is in my way. There we go. Out of the muck. Hi, guys. That's a turkey. That's a turkey. Chicken egg. That's a chicken egg. Okay, I don't actually expect any duck eggs. I didn't actually expect a chicken egg because, because we actually already got quite a lot of eggs today. But I guess everyone decided today was the laying day. Hi. My pony. Pony, my pony. Oh boy. So there's that egg, none under there. Okay. Ooh, there's a mucky. I don't like muck, buddy. I know, neither do you. Nobody does. Yeah, anybody? This doesn't need to be here. Anybody who has ever been on a farm knows about the muck. Okay, so when you see someone's farm that's so mucky in the spring, don't judge. We've all been there. Literally all of us have been there. I'm just picking it. We don't need this on the ground. So, oh, thank you, Shadowfax. I know. Can't have that. This is not food. This is garbage. So, yes, farms are mucky in the spring. That's just the way it is. Also, I don't know where Tequila is. Oh, well. She's somewhere around here. Stay here, Shadowfax. Oh, there she is. No, stay. Thank you. If you want to see where the rabbit is, I'm not going to be able to I'm not going to try to catch her. But it's right there by the picnic table. I'm not worried about it. So I'm just going to walk this way. I'm just going to see if I can find an egg. There goes a rabbit. Just looking for eggs over here. Anyone lay another egg over here? No? In the muck? No? That's okay. Hi. It's my big old turkey man. I know you're my big old turkey man. You're a nice turkey. It's actually really warm out, which is the problem. Let's be honest. I actually do see an egg. Can I reach it? I don't want to have to. Come on. I don't know that I can reach it. Oh, maybe. It's pretty wet. Yeah. There we go. It's pretty wet. Let's go wash it off in the snow. It's already wet. So it doesn't matter. They're pretty mucky. So we just take it in the snow. Wash it right away, put it in the fridge. If you have an egg that gets wet like that, wipe it off in the snow, like so. And then you're going to want to go inside, wash it, put it in the fridge right away. Because if it already got wet, sorry to tell you, the bloom is compromised. So, that's just the way it is. Tequila! Tequila's way over there. Anyway, I'm going to go inside with this egg, take those things out of the oven, and then I have cookies to make still tonight. I think that's the last thing I'm doing tonight is making cookies. Because I can. And that's what I'm going to do. Well, the pretzels are out. You can't see them because there's a pizza cooker lid in the way right now. There it goes. Tristan is here getting his pizza cooker ready because he's making himself some bacon that he likes to cook on his little red pizza cooker. And he's going to put some bacon on his cheese or his plain pretzel. I can't remember which one.
Plain.
Plain? Okay, I'm putting bacon on the plain pretzel. I am spreading butter on the ones that are for cinnamon. Then we're going to take our cinnamon powder. We mix cinnamon with some just plain white sugar and put it in a jar because my other son, Rowan, really likes cinnamon sugar. And just sprinkle it on these guys. Nice and delicious. And then because we have a little butter left, we are going to take this butter and put it on the salted ones. Just for extra deliciousness. And then we're going to just dab the remainder on the cheese ones. Because butter makes it better. And vodka's literally right behind me. You can definitely see vodka in the video. And there we go. I'm not going to bother doing anything else because these kids are going to eat them right off the pan. Frankly, these kids are going to eat them right off the pan. There is no point in me plating them up, making them look nice. It won't matter because they're about to snatch my pretzels. So, the only thing I have left to do today is I will be making a few cookies. So that'll happen in a little bit. I am just waiting for butter to soften because I took it out of the freezer way too late. So I'm just waiting for it to soften. Then I'll make some cookies. Other than that, I'm going to go eat pretzels because I better eat them before these kids take them. So I'm off to eat pretzels. The kids are going to eat pretzels and then we'll come back and make cookies. Well, I'm just making some peanut butter butterscotch cookies. They are fantastic. These are really delicate cookies. Not exactly delicate, but they have like this delicate flavor because of the butterscotch chips. So I really enjoy these. They're absolutely fantastic. And the sun is going down outside, so it's a good time to make some cookies for tomorrow. And I'm not even sure they're going to survive that long. But it's absolutely okay if they don't survive that long. That's fine. That is fine. Because people really like these cookies. And they're easy to make. Sorry. Vodka is a little excited. Tequila's in heat. And we're just keeping him from doing anything about it. Even though last night he did kind of get her. Tequila, please stop flirting. She's literally flirting with him. I mean, what is she going to do? So he did kind of get her last night. So probably about a 60% chance there's going to be puppies. So yes, we do shoo him off of her because she's not really super into it, even though she's flirting with him. But that's her problem. We just kind of don't want that behavior in the house. Like, it was different last night when they're outside. And it was still, like, not the most desirable thing. But, you know, at least they were outside. But that's in the kitchen. I'm cooking here. Don't need that behavior. Anyway, I am just making peanut butter butterscotch cookies. These are really great. I'm not even getting fancy. I'm literally just pushing them with my hand. I'm not even doing a fancy pattern or anything. You can dip them in sugar before you bake them if you want. I'm not, because they're plenty sweet enough. But if you like a sweeter cookie, I mean, that's always an option. But I prefer not to do that. So what I'm going to do is pop these in the oven. And I'll show you what they look like. I'm just literally pushing them with the heel of my hand. I'm not even doing anything fancy. Not everything has to be fancy. Sometimes I use a cute glass or something to make a nice pattern on the top, but it's okay, Vodka. She will get over it, and so will you. Vodka's just being a whiny baby. He's actually really easy. I know that sometimes people talk about dogs who are around a female who is in heat. Just popping those in the oven. And they talk about they have a hard time controlling them. We don't really have that problem. Vodka is incredibly respectful. So you kind of just, like, he jumped up on her and I just kind of tapped his shoulder. Like, I just literally reached behind me and just went book on his shoulder. I didn't have to do anything other than tap him on the shoulder because he's really a fantastic dog. So those really happen. So we don't have to really worry about him. You just, say no or give him a tap on the... He really is so easy to deal with. And I know a lot of people say they can't have their male anywhere near a female that's in heat because it goes kind of crazy. We don't have that issue with Vodka. He's actually fantastic. So he gets excited because she's in heat. So what are you going to do? But is she pregnant? Maybe. 55, 60% chance that she is, possibly. So if she is, she is. It's really not that big a deal. I'm just going to unplug my mixer while I'm here. It's really not that big a deal. We were intending to have puppies at some point anyway. So if she is, she is. We were going to wait another year to have puppies, but, not paying attention for a split second, and what happens? Well, Vodka gets excited. He can't help it. He's waiting for cookies now. He's over on the side there. He loves cookies. I don't blame him. Cookies are delicious. Everyone's going to have a cookie. Everyone's going to have a cookie because cookies are excellent. Here we go. Huh. Whoops. Smashing things into each other. Anyway, we will come back and take a look at those cookies when they're finished. For right now, they literally have to bake another 8 minutes. Well, that's it for us today. This is how the cookies turned out. These are still quite warm, but they are quite delicious. They're just perfect, and everyone here loves them, including our beautiful doggies. So with that, that is a wrap for today. Tequila is coming because she desperately wants a cookie. Okay, sweetheart. Do you want some cookie? Okay. You can have some cookie. You want it? Here you go. Good girl. Oh no. The other two just realized I have cookies. Here you go, Whiskey. And Vodka, come here. Come here, Vodka. There you go. Good boy. Okay, these dogs eat way too many cookies. What are you going to do about it? Not much. But that is literally about it for us today. We are about to go to sleep because it's now dark outside and all the animals are in bed. Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow.